And welcome back to the Leeds Let's Play series here, and we have quite a wee bit to get through in today's episode. On the first episode, we went through just kind of what we'd done with the team, some transfers. We'd also looked at some of the, well, I say we look at some of the new features. We haven't actually delved into much of the new features yet because, let's be honest, in Football Manager 2023 it's actually not that much different, in my opinion, to Football Manager 2022. However, as I did say in the first episode, it is a better game. It's cleaner and smoother. But with that being said, let's get into the action. There hasn't actually been much action, if I'm honest with you, because I played a couple of games off camera. We are really struggling to score goals in the opening few games of this season. However, we are unbeaten. We did the Liverpool game live. That was a fantastic result. We moved on to Everton and we got a 1-0 result. Now, if we just jump into the game, we can have a look at the highlight. And Roca picked out a fantastic shot. Sinistera with the assist. Now, if we just go to watch goals, if it loads, now let's take a wee look. So we picked up in midfield, Cock into Cleek, I can't say anyone's name in this. Sinistera through to Rocket, and he puts it into the bottom right hand corner. And to be fair, we dominated the game against Crystal Palace, and we just couldn't do anything else. But again, I do have certain issues with trying to get some goals out this squad. I wasn't able to replace or get in any more strikers, as to speak, because I just didn't have any more money with the club. The next game, though, we moved on, and it was against Everton at home. Now, I actually recorded this one as well before this, and the video was about 3.5 minutes, simply because there was not a single highlight in the game, so I just gave up, and this will be episode 2, I guess. So, today's game, we have got Nottingham Forest. Now, I have done a wee bit of change up for my squad. I'm wanting to give some of the younger guys and some of the bench players or reserves some more game time, especially in the Carabao Cup. It's not exactly a must-win. I wouldn't really be disappointed if I was no longer in the competition. It would help me focus on other things with the team, and it might save my fitness. And this year, there's a lot of bad problems with injuries, is what I've noticed. Everybody that I watch on YouTube who plays this game are having similar problems with injuries in their squads. So if you guys have a similar problem, let me know. I would like to hope that it gets fixed pretty soon, because I've seen one guy playing and I think all of his strikers were injured for about 3 months. And every time he played another striker, he got injured again. But so far, we've not had that bad. We just had a couple of injuries to the defence, which was quite disappointing. But we've not conceded that many goals. They just won against Liverpool. Anyway, let's jump into the team that we're going to be playing up with. So, Gelhardt up front, Somerville, Shelder up. I think it's going to be a pretty solid lineup. Let's look at the roles and abilities, to be honest. Liam Cooper, he needs to start a game. Solette has been really, really poor so far in this season, so I would very much like to get him back into the well, not back into the lineup because he's always been there since I signed him, but I would like him to start performing a bit better, because so far he's not really been performing that well. But in saying that, we're still undefeated, and we would like to get this result against Nottingham Forest, because who knows, we would like to get a cup win at some point in this save. In the first season, I would like to get something. I know I'm not going to win the league, but a cup win would be fantastic. But anyway, we'll jump into team selection. I've already kind of done the team before we went into the recording, and I'm pretty happy with the lineup that we're going to go in with. Gives a chance to some new guys, and some players are lacking in match fitness. But the rest of them doesn't agree with today's team sheet. Well, I'm not surprised, because it is a big change. But let's see how it affects the performances, though, because I wouldn't mind getting a result here, but I wouldn't be disappointed if we went out and get slaughtered. So let's see how we go on. Let's go, Leeds! Let's go! So how's everyone else's impressions been of Football Manager 2023? Like, what teams have you been going? What players have you been looking to buy as well? I'm not specifically looking at like amazing players, but I'm looking at players that will be really young and can progress on to be superstars at any club. I've not really had too much I've not been looking too much at the youth players in this game so far, simply because I'm still trying to learn the game mechanics a little bit. It's a little bit different from last year, and I'm trying to get a tactic that's kind of working better before I start delving into players, young players, wonder kids and things like that. So trying to get better at the game first before I start signing the better players and knowing how to use them. But at the moment, we're actually doing so-so. Not much has kind of happened though. If we go here, it's kind of like the last game. I mean, Nottingham Forest are actually all over us, but if you do bear in mind, we have started a ridiculously different squad to the first couple of games. So I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't get a result in this match. It would be pretty disappointing though if we didn't. Nottingham Forest though, they've signed well when they came up to the Premier League. Even players like Lingard as well. Yeah, Henderson too, being at Manchester United. Those are players that never really got much. I'm not going to say they didn't get much game time because Lingard got the game time. He just didn't really progress on. I suppose it's quite similar to like Theo Walcott at Arsenal. He has so much potential and just didn't really show it. So with him being at Nottingham Forest, he might actually play a little bit better. And from what I've seen anyway this season, he's actually performing quite well. We're coming up to half time here, and there's been absolutely nothing. Nothing happening. For us, Nottingham Forest are all over us, but again, my squad is very, very weak. We will make some changes though at half time, because I wouldn't mind trying to change the tide here. I don't want to start losing the games now and then end up going into a bit of a poor streak in the league, because I've done that in my offline save that I'm doing. Obviously, I'm an Arsenal fan, so I've got an Arsenal save going, and it started off fantastic, and it's really tailed off around Christmas time with all the games that are coming up. I need to learn more about squad depth again. That's something that I need to work on, and oh my goodness, we nearly got a fantastic goal there. You know, a wee bit of learning to do in this one, especially because I'm doing it in recordings now. Usually I'm quite competent in Football Manager and certain things, but trying to do it all on camera and discussing it all and talking it all out loud is a little different again for me, so just trying to get back into recording. And it's actually been quite fun so far. As Williams gets on the ball, and Nottingham Forest managed to almost get a goal. Come on, guys, can we get to half time at least? Let's get to half time. Not lighting up for another shot again. This is just, it's relentless from Nottingham Forest. Maybe changing the squad so much like I just have was a bad idea. And as I say bad idea, we have just conceded a goal. However, is it offside? Are we going to have more offsides? Please be offside. Please be offside. Ah, boss. Right, so we're getting beat off Nottingham Forest now in the Carabao Cup. Oh, I'm really annoyed at that. Right, okay, dressing room. We need to be better in front of goal. We really do. Everyone's motivated. Let's make some changes as well. Let's bring on Patrick Bamford. Let's get some strikers up front that might turn the game around. Somerville, let's bring on Harrison. And Tyler Adams in for Adam Forshaw. Let's get in some better players. See if we can turn the tide a little bit on this. And let's change this again. Let's go a bit positive, and we'll change up to focus the play down the right and left hand side. We will also go a bit more direct at a higher tempo. Let's just switch it up and see if we can change this a little bit. So like with a nice header away, and Gibbs just gives it straight back to us. Thank you very much. I don't know how to say his name. So Cleach, is that Cleach or Click? Cleach? Please tell me. Please help me out. Bamford, Adams picks up the ball. Lovely through ball. Shelled it up. It's hit the post. Oh, come on. Oh, how unlucky do you need to be? Good start to this second half. Actually, we have come out the traps flying. Can we get some more chances? There we go. Ball at midfield now. Nottingham Forest. Did they not sign like 4,000 players this transfer window? Pretty sure they could field about 3 or 4 Premier League teams and still finish last with every single one of them. Harrison on the right hand side brings it back in. Roca on the edge of the box takes a shot. It's in the back of the net. That is an absolute screamer. Get in. Roca's actually been fantastic so far this season. I highly recommend him if you're playing with Leeds to get him in the same position I have. Where have I actually got him playing again? As it plays the replay. Anyway, Harrison picks up the ball here. Nice wee weighted ball back to Cleach. Straight across to Roca, and it's outside the box. Top corner. Goalkeeper could do nothing about it. We will take that. Where is Roca playing? Corelio. So he's playing in that kind of position in midfield where they're not necessarily going into the boxes of both halves. They'll move between the lines. So, for example, where Henderson's got the ball just now, just in front of him, they'll operate between that line and at my goalkeeper as well. Kind of like a box-to-box midfielder, just does a little bit less. And so far, I've enjoyed using it in this year's FM. This year's FM, it's worked quite well. Last year's the Mazzella worked really well. Need to excuse me, I've still got the cold, but it's getting better. Harrison picks up the ball again, running at the fence. That's a foul, come on. Is it going to be a penalty? Yes. We're pulling this back. We're pulling this back. Penalty review, please give a penalty, come on. Yes, penalty awarded. Who's stepping up? Forgot who I put my penalty taker to. Cleese steps up. He hits quite a tame effort actually. That was a really slow penalty. But we've got the result. We have got the result. Or the goal at least. Right in the bottom corner. Fantastic goal. It really wasn't. Can we somehow hold on to this game now? Let's make some changes. If we can. Is it 5 substitutions in this one? Let's find out. Yeah, it is. Sinisterra for Schilderup. Let's see if we can see out this game. Get some fresh legs on at the back, some more pace up front. And let's move over to back to balanced again. Let's just try and see off this game. Wouldn't mind to get this result under a belt. How do you pronounce his name? Cody. There we go. Cody on the ball. Patrick Bamford, hold up play. Harrison's been involved in more or less everything as Rocky just fires it over the top left hand corner. God damn. Although, a win's a win. And I did give some players some starts, so I'm not too disheartened. I wouldn't mind winning some games like 4 or 5-0 though, because that's what I like to try and do in Football Manager, break the match engine. Harrison down the right hand side, runs past the defender, left him for dead actually as Bamford heads it across, but again it's off target. We've not been that great in front of goal, but I'm putting this down to the fact that we've actually not got very many attackers that are fantastic for the Premier League. They're okay, they're good for Leeds, they'll be good mid-table strikers. Sinisterra will be probably one of the better players that I'll keep hold of as the seasons go on. He'll probably have good potential. Tyler Adams as well. Stroik is pretty good. Patrick Bamford's not too bad. He'll probably drop back into like a reserve striker over the next couple of seasons as they get more money, finish higher, and do a little better. But anyway, that was quite special because we didn't have a chance there. We played a very weakened side. We scored first, we changed things up. Tactical fucking genius! I am a tactical genius. As we ping it back to win 2-1. So we'll finish up that episode there today, guys. Thanks very much for watching. What we'll probably do moving forward for this season, or the series, should I say, I would like to bring out videos maybe once or twice a week, just so because I also want to try and not rebrand the channel, but update it a little bit. I need to do like graphics, I need to get intros sorted out, I need to do thumbnails, I need to start doing all this stuff again. So I appreciate you watching, and if you have liked it, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next episode. Take care, everyone, and good night.